Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tubecave podcast. I'm your host, Justified, here with my co-host Weeboo, and Rose wasn't ever here. Now, this is
Oh,
our first podcast, and we have a very special guest. Before we're gonna announce him, though, how are you, Weebs? Are you doing all right?
Yes, I am sweet. No, I'm good. I'm sweet. How's everyone
We're all
else?
really. Dylan, how are you doing?
I'm just vibing.
Just vibing. We're all
Just
pretty
chill.
excited. We have a very special guest today. It's the one and only, the most wholesome guy on the internet, RSgloryandgold. The one and only Big Tony is with us. Tony, how you doing?
Yahoo!
Yo.
Oh, I am so happy to be here with Justified and Rose and Weibo. Hell yeah!
It's
I talk to guys all over the world. Hell yeah!
That's it.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
fun.
Now, there is a lot of things we're going to be discussing in this episode. If you don't have a lot of time, we'll leave timestamps in the description for everything to make it the most accessible we can make it. So, first off, Tony, we would like to give you a little bit of an introduction for the people that do not know you yet. You are a live streamer. You have been live streaming for quite a while. How long have you been live streaming for exactly?
I started December 9th, 2016. So about 4.5 years I've been on Twitch. And the same day I went on Twitch, I started my Twitter and I started my YouTube channel.
That's fantastic. And we'll get to that into a little bit about how it was starting out. But could you tell us a little bit, or tell the viewers a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm 66 years old. Yeah. And like I said, I live in the United States. I've worked all kinds of different jobs in my life, but I retired right before I hit 62 years old. I draw Social Security, so I get a government check every single month, and that's how I support myself. And I'm old and I'm kind of crippled up, so I don't go a lot of places and I don't go visit a lot of people. And I found that just by being on the internet, hey, I have a whole circle of friends, and life is just unbelievably good to me.
I can't believe that. Like the support you've gotten recently, you've gotten into some trouble as well. We're going to be discussing that in a bit as well.
I've never gotten in trouble, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I may have worded that wrong. There has been some difficult times. We'll discuss it all further later. But
Sure.
right now, you said
I'm
you
here to
were,
talk about anything and everything you guys want to talk about. You can ask any question you want, and I'll tell you the truth. Okay?
you said you worked multiple jobs. What jobs have you done in the past? If you don't mind sharing with us.
Well, when I was a little kid, a teenager, we wanted money during the summer, so we would go over and cut grapes. Now we'd go over there with a grape knife, and we'd go in there and we'd reach up and grab the grapes and cut them and take them and put them over on a tray. And they'd sit there for about 3 months and dry. And then the sun-made raisins would come along and pick them up and package them and sell them. And so, we used to cut grapes to make raisins for sun-made raisins. We used to cut grapes so that Ernest and Julio could make their wine. Yeah.
That's actually
from
interesting.
grape
Teacher, a
from
summer
grape
show.
picker from grape picker to superstar. Like that is. it's
Now,
just-
I went over to India and I taught people how to sell and install ADT security systems. Okay?
Yeah.
I sold and installed the very first ADT security system in the Philippines and in India.
Shit. We're gonna have to contact you when I need one.
I lived in Bangalore, India for 5.5 years, okay, or 4.5 years in Bangalore and 1 year in Bombay. And when I left Bangalore, there were 600 kids over there that knew how to sell or install security systems, And when I was there were none.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
That was wild.
And I was the only foreigner that went there and worked on the program, okay?
That is cool. That is cool. We didn't know that. There's no
Yeah.
way we could have figured that out.
Yeah.
They should get that on before they were famous.
Learn how to make a living, you know what I mean, for the rest of their life.
Alright.
But so wait, so you've installed ATV cameras, which is dope. You've helped out a lot.
Everything, the whole alarm system,
But you said you've done multiple jobs. Is there anything you've done like before you retired, or was that the thing you retired from?
No, I've taught customer service on credit cards. Okay, written scripts for credit cards. When you call in and want to cancel, I'm the guy you talk to.
Oh yeah.
I talk to you, yeah. So, or you just wanted to bitch about your bill or whatever. We're the people that would listen to your bullshit. Okay, yes sir, yeah, sure.
I mean,
Yo,
you still kind of listen.
No?
You still kind of listen to people. Their bullshit. People can come to you with whatever they want.
I've did sales and customer service my whole life. You know what I mean? So
That is fantastic.
yeah.
That is absolutely
cool.
phenomenal. Now, what I was wondering about is that you said you had a little niece. I was wondering as well. Are you married? Do you live with do you have a wife or?
I met a little girl named Pam in second grade. Okay, and I saw her the very first day of second grade because I went there in the same school in first grade, but she wasn't in our class. So I look over and I see this cute little blonde girl. She got a little bow on, a little button nose, and instantly I fell in love with that girl the first day of second grade. And Pam and I dated all through grammar school, all through high school. After high school, we hooked up and got married. And I stayed married to her till the day she died. And never in my life did I ever cheat on her.
Damn, but
No,
when did
that's
she
amazing.
pass away? When did she pass away, if you don't mind me asking?
About 35 years ago.
Holy shit, that's young. What was she?
Oof.
She got ran over by an automobile.
Holy fuck, that just went a bit deep. Well, my
So
late.
anyway, we never had kids, and I never found another woman that I wanted to be married to. So
Yeah.
That just went deep. I'm sorry. I was not expecting that. Holy fuck.
in life, man, sometimes you get dealt some real tough things. You know what I mean? Like my mom died when I was real young, and my dad did too. And you know what you got to do? You just got to buck up and say, "Hey, I'm moving forward," or just throw in the chips. And I'm not willing to throw in the chips yet.
Yeah.
That's an amazing spirit. I personally, my dad is a funeral planner. I've personally worked in a crematory for 2 years. Did she? I know this is a bit of a personal question. If you don't want to answer it, feel free. I'm probably going to cut this out anyway. Did she get cremated or did she get buried?
She got buried. My brother got cremated. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I always think that is very interesting, especially because I've worked in the field.
His wife, and he's been dead 10 years. She still has the urn with the ashes in it. Now I think that's weird. Okay.
Depends where you put it. If you put it on the toilet, that is weird.
I mean, when I die, I've already got it in my will. I want to get cremated, and I want my nephew to take my ashes to Runefest and sprinkle them all over Jagex. Okay.
Well,
That is fantastic.
yeah. That's
Well, I mean, I don't want it to happen. Let's be real.
Well, it's gonna happen. It's just
It's the way
Man.
of
how life
life.
is. That's how it works.
Well, let's hope you don't die anytime soon, man. because
Yeah,
we
well, I'm
don't
hoping
wanna-
that myself. Yeah,
but
We want to see you turn at least 100, Tony. You got to do that. Now, you said you started in 2016, 4.5 years ago. That's quite a while. Could you tell us a little bit about the story of growing up on Twitch? Because did you get a boost when you started out? Did anyone help you out, or did you start all by yourself just playing RuneScape?
I was playing RuneScape for a long time. I've got one character on RuneScape that's 13 years old. Okay.
Wow.
So 13 years ago, I started playing RuneScape with my nephews, and one of my nephews, he was pretty active in our clan. We kept trying to grow our little clan, and we'd get our clan up to 15, and man, we thought we were hot shit. And we could get it up to 30, man, we thought we were superstars.
Oh yeah.
And then some people would quit playing RuneScape, or some would go join another clan, or some of them would find something to argue about, and it'd go back down to 15. And we messed with that for about 2.5 years. And finally, my nephew came to me and he said, "Hey, do you know what Twitch is?" And I said, "No idea." "Isn't that where you got an itch and it makes you jump a little bit?" So anyway, he kind of basically gave me a little bit of a rundown, and he said, "Man, I'm telling you right now, if you stream on Twitch, we'll be able to grow this clan and you'll have a lot of fun. And you'll meet a lot of RuneScape players. And I said, you think so, huh? He said, yep. I said, well, what do I have to do? Now, he's the guy who's built every computer I've ever had, okay? And he was a IT tech for a school district for 20 years, okay? So I said, all right, let's do this. And I gave him a check. And he went and built me a real nice computer and set up my YouTube channel and set up my Twitter channel, you know, and set up Twitch for me. So anyway, we the day comes and we turn the computer on and I said, what do I do? And he said, well, just talk. And I said, hello, testing. And people started typing in my chat. So I answered them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
anyway,
fantastic.
It went really, really well, you know what I mean? And I had a great time. And the third day that we were actually doing it, Ice Poseidon had his stream going and he was looking for somebody to host, and he looked down in the RuneScape category and he saw an old bastard there streaming. And he said, hey, we're gonna go check out the old man. Okay. So and this is what he told me. I'm just going by the story he told me.
Yeah.
So he hosted me, and he hosted me with over 5,000 people. Okay. And of course I crapped in my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Spinning so fast I can't even see it. Anyway, he said he hung around and watched for about 15 or 20 minutes, and he really liked me. And that first, like 3 weeks of that December, he hosted me about 10 times. Okay. So within 3 weeks, they had 7,000 follows and 34,000 views.
What?
And a good channel going,
What?
And then I've just, since then I've just weeded out the troublemakers and, kept the people that are nice and just really want to have fun every day. And I've loved it.
Yeah.
My clan has grown to 1,200 people. Okay. In RuneScape.
And you were going mad over 15.
Yeah, which is the number one clan in all of RuneScape. I mean, I'm not saying that we're the best, but we're the biggest. Okay?
Yeah.
Jeez, that is an achievement. That's a milestone to begin with.
Now, and playing RuneScape, I like to go with my friends and we go kill bosses, and we do that every day. Now, accidentally, I've ended up killing more bosses than anybody in the history of RuneScape. I'm the number one boss killer, and that's official. Jagex even says that, you know what I mean? So my characters killed more bosses than anybody in the history of RuneScape. Now, I think that's funnier than hell, because really, we're just go every day and kill bosses together and hang out. And
having a good time, just chilling, playing video games.
Yeah,
100%.
And then also a lot of people that, like, they were skillers and they weren't really bosses. They didn't really go bossing, They get a kick out of, going with the old man and hanging out, So it turns out to be fun,
Yeah, no,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, you've been playing RuneScape for 13 years. Could you tell me how you got introduced to RuneScape? Like, how did you figure it out? Because there's a bunch of other co-MMOs. For example, there's been hundreds. Why was it RuneScape?
I had a 10-year-old nephew, and my 10-year-old nephew and his 12-year-old brother used to come over with their dad all the time and visit, and they'd come every Saturday. Okay, and I owned my own business at the time, and they'd come over and hang out in the office, and we'd bullshit for a while. And then when I finally closed up, we'd go someplace and usually either McDonald's or Subway, and I'd buy them all lunch or dinner or whatever, And Will, he was 10 at the time. He says, Uncle Tony, since you're not going with us today, will you do me a favor? I said, what's that? He said, well, come over here and I'll show you. So he brings me over, and he's got this RuneScape character, and it's there, and it's chopping these willows, okay? And he says, look, man, we're going to be gone to the pizza parlor for 2.5 hours. Do me a favor. While I'm gone, while I'm at the pizza parlor, will you chop these trees for me and burn the logs?
Holy, did he just abuse you?
And I thought to myself, well, you know what? Hey, and then if there's something I could do to make my little nephew think I'm the greatest uncle in the world, why wouldn't I? Okay. So I said, sure, I'll give this a shot. So anyway, when he came back, man, I'd gotten him like 30 levels in wood cutting and 30 levels in fire making. And he was like the happiest guy in the world. And they like to come over because in my office, we had a whole bunch of computers, and I'd let them get on there and play,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
Before that, the
much.
only time he ever got to play RuneScape was every day he got 30 minutes in the library of computer time at school.
Mhm.
So he had a little free to play character, you know. And I ended up buying him his first membership, and just I ended up even giving him a computer later on. But
That sounds like the best uncle ever. I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
unreal.
My uncle got pissed because I hit his car.
but come to find out, he was really suckering me, and it's against the rules. It's called botting, Kept out his uncle, man. What the hell? Okay. Hey, pretty smart 10-year-old.
But have you in the 13 years, have you played any other games on stream? Have you like?
I played EverQuest 2 for a year, and I played WoW for 3 years. And I just want to make sure I tell you guys, have either one of you guys ever played WoW before?
I love World of Warcraft. It's fantastic.
Well, I just want to tell you, for the Horde! Hell yeah! For the Horde!
Yeah, dude.
That's right. Screw those guys.
I always join the Horde. The Horde is the best. Can we get a Horde Horde
I
in
don't
the
really
chat?
feel that way. I'm just kidding.
God damn it, Tony! You got my hopes up and everything.
But I love to be in a Tauren warrior tank. I really did.
My same. Have you played there's a lot of new DLC that has been released. Maybe you should check it out. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
But if you like what you're doing, then people always say, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." I'm having a great time, so why would I change?
No. It was just maybe you like it. I don't know. It's the
it's like Minecraft. I see these people playing Minecraft all the time, and I would just love to play a game of Minecraft and build like a house or build a castle or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It just looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
But I don't have time. I mean, really and truly,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
time's a big thing,
we would love to play Minecraft with you one day, maybe. We'll see.
Someday, we'll get on there, and if nothing else, I'll watch you. You know what I mean? We could just
And just have a pod.
yeah. I'll be your guest on your show, and you can play Minecraft, and I can
No, that's dope.
and I'll host you.
Oh.
Now, there's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about. What do you think of the status of Twitch? I don't know if you've heard about all the stuff that has been happening recently, with everyone being canceled and so forth.
You'd have to live in a cave to not hear about it. Okay, everybody. I think everybody's heard about it. I heard some homeless guy in New York living down in the sewer even knows about it.
But what is your thought about it as a big Twitch streamer yourself?
I'm not a big Twitch streamer. I'm little, okay? But look, I think it's bizarre, I mean, I really do, supposedly these 3 big guys are going to go start their own network, and this Mixer just closed down, and a lot of people are going to YouTube, and a lot are going on Facebook, and some are trying to come back to Twitch, and there's big drama about, is Twitch going to let them come back,
Oh, is this Ice? You talking about Ice Poseidon?
Well, not just him, but like Ninja, he was
yes.
Yeah.
Ninja made bank.
Or is he going to start his own
Made
network,
bank
or
from
go to Facebook or YouTube? I mean, there's not just him, but there's a whole bunch of guys, what I mean? And the bottom line is, who knows what they're going to do? You know what I mean? Like if they don't let Ninja come back, and I've never even watched his show. The only thing I really know about him is he's got that blue ass hair. You know what I mean? I don't know how anybody could sit there and look at that shit. I'm just being real, okay? But hey, what do I know? Anyway,
we can now put Ninja in the thumbnail, boys.
I'm just being honest, okay? I mean, I look at that and I go, oh my god, generation coming to?
I mean, you gotta give him credit. It does allow him to always be noticed. Everyone knows who he is. He's the guy with the blue hair. So again, it does help with
the
publicity.
Sonic cosplayer.
But
It's a marketing strategy.
He had 4 pictures of a guy with blue hair. I wouldn't know which one was him. Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I think
I've
that
never watched him. Like this Dr. Disrespect guy. Okay. I have no idea what he looks like. That's the truth. Yeah, I mean, I've never watched the guy. What do I care?
He's a cool guy, but
you understand what I mean, right?
I fully understand what you mean. Like, don't take me wrong.
Hey, just remember one thing. You know what that is? Dr. Disrespect only cheated on his wife one time. Hell yeah.
Only once.
Only one time.
I mean, if
Now, I always wondered, does that mean with just one girl, or does that just mean, one day? You know what I mean?
maybe he did 10 on one day. We don't know.
Yeah, or maybe
Maybe
he
he did 25.
same girl for 8 years. Who knows, right? I mean, yeah. What the hell do I know?
Yep.
But I did see his wife came out with a special thing, said, "Hey, my husband hasn't done anything wrong, and I stand by him 100%."
I do think cancel culture should stop to
Right then I said to myself, "Damn, does she have a sister?"
Well, that brings us to a question we really wanted to ask you. Dylan, I think this is your question to ask.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Do you like tits, ass, or thighs? Which one you choosing?
I'm a face man, like the bottom line is, if you can't look at them, then why would you do anything else? You know what I mean? So,
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
a face guy. I want a girl that's got a real
Base. Just base.
And then I'll tell you another thing too is, like I said about Dr. Disrespect's imaginary sister-in-law, you know what I mean? I want a woman that's loyal, you know what I mean? To me, like they're like young kids, they worry about, does she have big boobs? I worry about, is she a liar? Is she gonna spend all my money on my credit card? Or, I mean, you understand what there's all these huge factors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if you're only worried about what her butt looks like, then you're looking for a one-night stand, But
Facts.
But if you're worried about, her character or does she have honor? You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
Then you're looking for
100%.
your relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
100%.
and I promise you one thing I know for absolute fact that you guys haven't learned yet. You know what that is about women? When we get old, none of us look as good as we did the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
That's true. That's true. The looks are gonna age.
Looks feed.
That looks today. Hey, in 10 years from now, you might not like her very much. Okay?
Some don't grow like wine, man. Some don't.
Yeah, and some
You don't age like wine.
Cottage cheese, if you know what I mean. Okay.
But you have now going back to that one, and I know that's a bit back and forth. But you said you were together with your wife for so long. That is impressive. That is impressive. You don't hear those stories very often anymore. That people meet each other at a young age and they stay together. Well, to the end. Yeah, the end was a bit more dramatic than everyone wished for. But I do respect it. That is fantastic.
Just remember, honor doesn't mean when you get on her, stay on her, okay?
I think that's respect. That's facts right there.
You know what I mean by that?
I'm going to keep that in mind. Don't forget
you
that.
get it when you get on her, stay on her.
Yeah, so good.
Get on, stay on.
Yeah.
He's so too intellectual for my understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get to the. Oh, my phone is almost dead. Hold up. Professional podcast right here.
Most professional podcast on the platform.
Okay, now with you, with us disclosing how you got started on Twitch, I would like to hear what you have to say to right now starting streamers such as myself, such as Weebs, and everyone else that came from Mixer and lost their community. What could you give them as an advice? I have some advice myself. I'll be telling that as well in a bit, but I'd like to hear your story about that as well. What is some of the most important tips you could give them?
Well, to be successful on Twitch, you have to do one of two things. You have to do something that nobody else is doing, or you have to do the same thing everybody else is doing, only do it better. Now, if you're not going to do one of those two things, then you're wasting your time.
Fair
And
enough.
believe me, there's hundreds of thousands of people on Twitch that are wasting their time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've seen that, and because I personally stand with the narrative myself, and that is I do it all for the entertainment. You know, that's the way we do it. You know, that's the way it's gonna stay fun for you. But of course, you gotta try to keep stepping up. You gotta keep making steps up.
Well, like I said, you just got to do the same thing everybody else is doing, only do it better, or you got to do something nobody else is doing. Now that's the bottom line. Now let me tell you, you asked for my advice, so I'm going to tell you: don't start trying to be a streamer or a YouTuber unless you have money. Go get a job, save your money, and make some plans, and then start.
Mm-hmm.
Because like a lot of people, they live in their mom's basement or they live in the garage. Okay, and they say, I'm not going to go out and get a job. I'm going to be a Twitch streamer. So they start Twitch streaming. 6 months down the road, Dad comes out and says, "What the hell is going on here, man? Hey, you've been doing this shit 6 months and you haven't made a nickel. You need to get your ass out and get a job." And there goes their Twitch stream. Okay. Or let's say you're married and you're living with your wife, and she's working so that you can pursue your dream of being a Twitch streamer. Well, how long you think she's going to go bust her ass at some job so you can sit at home and screw around on the internet? Okay.
Yeah.
It won't be long till she says, "Hey, buddy, you need to get a job or I'm leaving."
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's just keeping it real. And we all got to pay the rent. We all got to pay the electric bill, the internet bill. I mean, it costs money to be a streamer. And when you first start, you're not going to make shit. I don't care who you are. I mean, you might have your aunt come by and give you a $20 donation, okay? Or you might, have 4 or 5 relatives that subscribe to you, okay? But that's just bullshitting yourself. That's really the truth. I mean, do it like a business. I don't care if you were going to open a hamburger stand or if you're going to be a Twitch streamer. You got to have a budget and you got to have a plan, and then follow your plan.
I think that's the most important thing. I've learned that. I've been on the internet for 7 years. I used to be one of those kids that this has always been my passion. I don't care for the money. Of course, it's necessary to pursue
Your
this.
dad came out in the garage and said, "Hey, kid, you got to go get a job."
Oh, my dad still don't believe me. He says, as long as there's no money, you haven't done shit.
You see what I mean, right?
Yeah, no. And one of the things that I've learned, and I'd like to say to the person watching this, if you are a Twitch streamer, you're gonna need something to stand out. Either it be marketing. There's a lot of marketing tactics out there. Even McDonald's has to market it himself. Why the shouldn't you? Let's be real here for a second.
I'll tell you what always makes me laugh, and I'm just being serious, okay? People come to me all the time and ask me to do stuff, just like you guys came and asked me to do this. And I'm happy to help people, okay? But you know what? When the guy says, "Please, please, please, come on my show, please host me, please do this, please do that," and I go check them out, and they got 7 followers, okay?
Yeah.
Now, how hard could they be working if they only have followers? You know what I mean? I mean, Jesus Christ.
No, you got to put in effort. I think that's the most important. And of course, a lot of people cannot stand for higher quality, and that's not a problem. As long as you're passionate and you care for what you're doing, you'll eventually make it. Maybe now, maybe in 10 years. You don't know.
I don't think that's true. There's 1,000 people try and become a Twitch streamer. 2 or 3 are lucky if they make it. All the rest are, they have to go get a job. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you still need a job. I'm not saying full time. I do this as a hobby. I work as a trucker. I'm on the big truck. That's how you should do it. You got to make sure you can take care of yourself. This should be a hobby. A lot of people try to pursue it more as a job, which I think you're just fooling yourself, as you said previously. Yeah. Now, okay, I think that's pretty cool. Now,
yeah. Well, I would like to say I think it's definitely.
Oh, go on.
No, sorry. I would definitely say I personally think that Twitch is a much harder platform to to maintain like an audience for like a long period of time, and or even to grow an audience. I feel personally it's harder on Twitch than it's than on any other platform. I feel it's just or what does anyone else think? What do you think?
You know, when I was
I
in high
mean,
school, I thought someday I was going to be a professional football player. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, from the time I was 14 years old till the time I was 25, I got up every single morning and ran 2 miles. And I went and I worked out and I lifted weights and I lifted weights and I lifted weights. You know, and I ended up having 6 knee operations from the time I was in high school till the time I quit when I was 25. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the bottom line is I don't care how bad you want it. I don't care how much you dream about it. It doesn't mean you're going to be any good at it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to find another dream. Like me, I'm 5'9" and 280 pounds. I'm never going to be a starting guard in the NBA. You guys
That's
know what
hard
the
facts.
NBA is?
Oh,
The
yeah,
NBA
yeah,
is yeah.
Yeah, basketball.
yeah.
I mean, I wanted to be a
Yeah,
basketball
I'm a
player.
starting guard in the NBA. That's simple. Okay, no matter how bad I want it. Okay, it's never going to happen. All right.
I mean, maybe
Nice.
you never know, Tony. Just
You never
kidding.
know. When you
There's
reach
no-
100, you might finally get it.
Let's get it
You
happen,
know,
boy.
okay, you do know. And sometimes you have to find a different passion, and sometimes you have to find a different dream, and sometimes you have to be a truck driver, even though you want to be a Twitch streamer.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm just being real. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
hey, who really knows who's going to be the next Doctor Disrespect? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Well,
he
what's
got
the
banned,
question?
so there's a new spot.
I promise you, there's only gonna be one of them, you know what I mean? So
I won't cheat on my wife though. Only one
Yeah.
time.
Only one time.
you know, well, at least don't do it only one time. You know.
If you
Yeah.
mess up, do it
If you're
good.
gonna,
No,
if
just
you're
kidding,
gonna
Mike.
do it, you might as well go all in.
Go big or go home.
Go
Okay.
big or go
Anyway,
home.
this is
Yeah.
going away. I didn't want this to go.
All
So
right.
let's go to the next
let's
topic,
go.
which is going to be you talked about how everyone has to pursue his different dreams. This was never your dream. You got pushed into this a little bit by your nephew. Pretty cool. He did it. You know, I'm pretty sure you're happy on where you eventually got to with the lovely community. Now, what I was wondering.
the happiest guy in the world. That's really the truth. You know, people say, "Oh, did no dipshit ruin your life?" Are you crazy? I love life, man. You know, I love doing what I do. I
That's
love just bullshitting with you guys in Discord earlier. You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
It's
is
a whole
good,
lot.
that's
here's-
good.
You know, it's a whole lot more fun than watching reruns on the internet or not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
internet on cable TV.
I fucking hate cable TV. It
It's a
fucking
lot
sucks.
better
Go
than
subscribe to
watching
the channel.
reruns
We're 10
on
times
there.
better, man. Now, what I have to ask you, where do you see yourself in the future? Hoping you're gonna reach 100. What are some goals that you still want to achieve and don't think you've quite reached?
Well, I want to hit 500,000 boss kills in RuneScape.
How many are you on right now?
382,000.
Holy shit.
And,
Oh my god.
and I want to get 10 prestige points.
I don't think I'm gonna jack off that many times in my life.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
I don't think you are either, okay?
I mean, you can try.
I think I'll die of a heart attack.
I think now for sure this is heading in a different direction than we wanted to do. Okay?
Yeah.
It's all right. It's okay. Now we're going to have to announce the big elephant in the room, the big bad.
Our
elephant.
sponsor.
Please sponsor us, man. We need money. Okay. There has been some things that have been happening the past 4 years that have given you more attention and also have given you a lot of bad attention. And you told me earlier you didn't mind talking about it, and we would like to use our platform as well to discuss what has happened a little bit. We know it's a very controversial topic, especially with everything that has happened, and it might be still very sensitive to you. But we will love to talk about the Keemstar situation. Is that all right with you, Tony?
Oh yeah, I told you guys, you know, if I'm going to do the interview, then there's no, hands off questions, or you can ask me anything you want, and I'm just going to tell you the truth, okay? Because I've never done anything I'm ashamed of. So, well, I've done a lot of things I'm ashamed of, but not recently. How's that?
There you go.
As one of
Yeah.
as one of my good friends always told me, everything that is bad is fun.
Yeah.
Now, um, it has impacted you. It has impacted you a lot, and it hurt. I've seen it all from the beginning to the end. Well, the end is nowhere near, sadly. Um, it has hurt me. It has pushed me to an emotional ride, and I know that makes me come off as a giant pussy. But I would like to hear your story from. I would like to hear your side from the story, if you don't mind me asking.
Well,
From begin-
I mean, here's the bottom line, okay? Some dipshit who's got a news channel supposedly, okay, accused me of being. He never accused me of being a child molester, okay? That's what people say. Oh, they accused you of being a pedophile. That's not true. Okay? He accused me of being some guy named John so and so. And he said that my name, Tony Winchester, is not my real name and that I'm faking it and that I have a fake ID. Okay. That's what the accusation was. Okay.
Okay.
Not that I did something to somebody or somebody accused me of
Yeah.
doing something. Okay. They looked
Right.
at two pictures and said, this is the same guy. That this guy's, he's lying and he really is this guy over here who was a convicted pedophile. Okay.
Well, right.
And then finally they said,
Bruh.
okay, it's not really him.
Yeah.
But they were just a little late saying it, Yeah.
what I don't understand, and Keemstar, hopefully you see this. Okay, I've announced your name. You're the one guy. We are literally a nobody. Okay, we have nothing. We have gotten able to get in contact with Tony. He's a lovely bloke. He's willing to put everything on the table and have a nice chat. I think, as someone who likes to pursue doing a podcast for fun, I think it's disgusting and very disrespectful that you haven't gotten in contact with him personally before making these accusations or making these comparisons. That is really all. I think if that would have happened and he would have contacted you just straight up and be like, hey, I know this is a weird question, but you resemble a lot of looks of this guy. Are you this guy? And you could have just said no. You could have talked about the story, and that would have been it.
Well, one of his representatives did contact me before he aired it, okay? And I showed him on stream my driver's license, and I showed him on stream my social security papers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they published the story anyway.
Fuck me. Right.
Ooh.
Let me. I want to say as
Now,
well.
I swear to God, that's a true story. I showed my driver's license and my social security where I'd applied for and been approved for social security.
I still
okay?
went with it anyway.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else too. I'm 5'9", and back then I was like 350 pounds, okay? That guy is like 6'5", I think, and he's 180 pounds, okay?
Fuck, I thought he was a gnome. I thought he was a little gnome.
No, he's
It was
I'm
shorter.
This John guy who they said I really was is like 6'5".
Oh,
and like
the guy. Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about Keemstar.
okay?
Oh,
And
my
I'm
bad.
350 pounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Weeps, you wanted to say something. Go on.
Yeah, no,
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to say before, like, so I won't lie myself. Like, I would have been one of those guys who would have thought it was that he accused you of. What was it he said? He accused you of being this and that and doing that. I didn't know it was the other way around, where it was he actually pushed it out there that you were somebody you weren't. So that comes even across worse in a sense, but it says he's just going out there fully committed to say you're faking that you are this person, you're a fake, and like that's
He's just saying
there's
you're
no
lying.
proof. He's just immediately going out being you are this person, and then what happens later down the line? Oh, he fucks up. He realizes he's not the person, like, and it just
Oh
completes
my,
his whole.
it's not the person.
I
What a
think
surprise.
that really makes it more difficult to
Yeah.
see him as a trustworthy. And then he tried to come off like because he offered you money. Is that correct?
Well, not personally. I mean,
So-
me and him have talked, I think, 5 times, okay? Now, if it's 6, I'm not trying to lie or exaggerate or, you know what I mean? But it's 5 or 6 times me and him ever talked on the phone. And he never said to me, I want to give you money, okay? He never said to me, I want to send you to RuneScape. He always said that only on his broadcasts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but a porn star named Natalie Monroe, okay, about a month ago, came onto my channel and donated $10,000, okay? Now, I'm telling you the God's honest truth, all right? Now, I think she did it because I think she hates Keemstar, okay?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, it's not hard to donate money to me. People do it every day, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not hard to, like,
I mean, yeah, he could have.
or to give bits, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, of course.
I mean, if somebody really wanted to give you some money, guess
Yeah.
what? They would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to give so and so $100,000. You know, yeah.
And
Well,
you
then
get
just do it.
$100,000.
Then
You
just
get
do it.
$100,000.
You
You
understand?
all get $100,000.
But he
I
never
think-
came to me personally and said, "Gee, I'm going to send you this check, okay?"
Mm-hmm.
I think that is important information. Like that really makes you because I used to be a fan of Keemstar. I used to follow him blindly. I was one of those sheep. I'm not gonna lie. But this really makes me doubt, because now I'm of the age that I doubt everything that's being said. I always like to double check everything. Hear both stories, and I think this hurts. As someone that has been part of the community, maybe in the shadows for 7 years, I think this is disgusting and it shouldn't have happened. Especially a guy that cares.
That's how it is on the internet. You know what I mean? Honestly and truly. All these news show guys, I'm telling you right now, Bill got caught cheating by Bob, and they think that's news or some shit, Do you really give a shit if Bill was cheating on Bob?
No, of course not. It's just
I don't know any Bill. I don't know any Bob. I'm just making up a hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
Bob.
I mean, who really gives a shit? You know what I mean? Bob.
No, it's just-
That's really the truth, okay?
Mhm.
Hey, but hey, this guy says, "Oh, this guy's really named John so and so," blah blah blah. Next thing you know, I had 60,000 people telling me I'm a piece of shit and they're gonna kill me in my chat. Okay.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I'd only been a streamer for a month. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, I didn't even know what follow only or sub only meant.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's the true story.
Mhm.
Hey, so
I mean,
that's how prepared I was for it. I didn't even know how to turn it off. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck. That's mad.
I'm
but
sitting there
what
with
I am
myself,
shocked
did I
about,
go wake up Laban or not?
but what I'm really shocked about is that I've tried to look up, like, yes, of course, you've recently gotten the support from H3H3, and you were very happy with him bringing light on the situation and making sure that people know it. And of course, Keemstar went back into the offense, sadly. What I'm very confused about is that there's not a single soul that has reached out to you and given you a platform to explain your story as we've done today. Everyone can only see who you are if they try to look up your videos and they try to understand the story. And I think that is pretty scary. It's pretty.
Okay, but that's
terrifying.
not why I agreed to do this with you. Okay.
No, I understand that. I
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that it's out anyway, because you're a very cool individual. You're an awesome bloke, and I just wanted to bring it up. With that said, we're gonna end this part here, and we're
Okay.
gonna continue with the positive stuff.
Would it-
No
Thank
problem.
you for.
Sorry if I guess
Well, I just
one
want to
thing.
bring up one more thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm not mad at that guy because what he did 4.5 years ago. I got over that a long time ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm mad at him because he brought some other shit up in 2017, and then 2 weeks ago he brought some other shit up.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And he's talking, and this guy's told stories about me 4 times, and as recent as 2 weeks ago, and every single time he's been full of shit. Every single time, none of it was true.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hate it when the guy's 0 for 4. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm telling you, they should rename his show. Instead of being Keemstar, they should call it O for Winfrey. You know what I mean? Because believe me, he when it comes to him being right about something, he's 0 for, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who O for Winfrey is?
Yeah. That's why I made the thing. You get 100,000.
Hey,
You
that's
get
how often
100,000.
This guy's right. Okay, never. You know what I mean? He's a big hero.
Wow. I think it's good that we did mention it though.
But I just wanted to know. I'm not mad at him about stuff that happened 4 years ago. I got over that a long time ago. But he just keeps running his yap.
Yeah.
And the reason he runs his yap is because, every time he gets in a fight with one of these big guys, a couple of years ago, he got in a fight with Leafy, and Leafy brought me up. So they say, look, you don't ever get anything right. Look how you screwed over the old man. So if he puts some smut on me, then he thinks that it gives him a little smoke cover. You know what I mean? So that's his strategy. Well, I'll make Tony look bad, and then that way the people will quit bringing it up when they get in an argument with me. Well, I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Hey, if you don't have something truthful to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Facts.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
So, and if you have a question, call me. Or send me a direct
If we
message.
can do it, everyone can, man.
Yeah, I mean.
Exactly.
My Twitch stream, I'm on there twice a day. You know what I mean? Get my Twitch stream and say, can I get in your Discord and talk to you? Well, sure you can. Yeah. People do everything. Hold up. Shameless self-plug.
All our socials will be on the screen. It will also be in the description down below. Go check it out. Tony is live you're live 5 days a week or 7 days a week?
7 days a week I'm live.
7 days
Twice a day. I do a morning talk show and I do a time Runescape show,
So go make sure to check him out. Weeboo, his socials are in the description down below. The Rose's socials are below. Mine are below. So is the Discord of our community if you want to get into a chat and maybe request someone you'd like to see on here.
I'll tell everybody out there, I'm telling you right now, Weebo and Josh, they're really cool dudes, man. If you guys get a chance to pop in their Discord or pop into their Twitch stream, do it. Because you're going to really like them. And, Rose ever here, is never here. He's a good guy too. That's the truth. So just pop in and visit with these guys and watch their streams and you'll love it. Really, they're funny and they got a great sense of humor and a great personality. Plus, at least one of them 420s because I can smell it. Okay.
Hey man, look, I got the party hat. We're all going strong.
Hey, at least one of them 420 in because I can smell it. Okay. Hell yeah.
I think that's my deodorant no longer working. But anyway.
I'm just pulling your leg. But people will know that you're cool by me saying that.
Does anyone want to ask anything particular to Tony Weeps? Do you want to ask anything to Tony in particular?
Can't think of anything right now. Just appreciate you being here. Appreciate that. It's good.
How do you feel that Donald Trump got banned on Twitch? Is that fucking sad? Donald Trump has he had an entire Twitch channel, etc., and Twitch literally banned him recently.
Did Twitch ban him or did Twitter ban him?
Twitch. Twitter is still I think Twitter still has him up. Twitch banned him.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think that's a bit of a bullshit question, but
I think he's going to be reelected. So that's what I think. Okay?
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's pretty obvious he's going to be reelected. How do you feel that even Trump can get banned on fucking Twitch? Literally anyone can get banned.
Besides Alinity, Alinity has immunity.
Yeah, Alinity has immunity, but I mean everyone else.
All right, Tony, I want to thank you so much for being here with us today, and I'm certainly willing. We're certainly gonna go talk, probably many more times. I'm happy to have you as a friend. You're a very cool guy.
Let me know and we'll play some Minecraft together.
100%. 100%.
Like I said, I might not play, but I'll at least go live on your stream with you. While you are, and you can explain some things to me, and you know what I mean?
That's lit. Okay. Well, with that said, I'm gonna end the podcast here. This was the very first podcast. I hope you've all enjoyed.
Very first.
If you've enjoyed, Please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like if you
Oh
haven't.
yeah. Hey, and what's your Twitch channel?
The Twitch channel is twitch.tv/justified. Weebu is you're just Weebu, right?
Yeah, just
Weebu underscore.
Yeah, yeah.
Dylan doesn't do Twitch, sadly.
I don't do
Um,
Twitch.
But our socials will be in the description as well.
Make sure you guys go watch them, man, because hey, these guys are really cool. Man. And you'll like them and you'll have fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end it here.
Appreciate you
Yes.
thank you for
No.
giving us a chance.
You guys have a great Sunday. I mean, a great week.
You
Have
hoop
a great
together.
week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, 420, man. 420. Hell yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.